Hello and welcome to The Villain Was Right, the podcast where we look at movies and TV shows from the villain's perspective and dare to ask, were they really all that bad? I'm your host, Craig Fay.
And I'm your host, Rebecca Reeds.
And this week on the podcast, we are covering Bend It Like Beckham.
Bend It Like... I'd never seen this movie.
No?
No, and it's
okay.
actually, I think, crime now that I've watched it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty
like,
good.
It's really good, and also I just feel like I'm like, oh, girl, you should have watched this growing up. This would have... This would have made you feel good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It would have made you feel something.
I would put this in as a girl power movie.
It is. It definitely is a girl power movie. And, you know, it's all about, you know, gender politics and all that. You know what I mean? Like
society.
Oh,
and, yeah.
you wear these clothes, so you're, you know, a tomboy, or we think you're a lesbian, or whatever. I'm like, oh, my life. Welcome to my life. Yeah, this was a great movie. I'm really happy that it was on our list, and I'm really happy I watched it.
Yeah, it's great. It's a fun one. It was a fun rewatch for me. I'd definitely seen it before, but like I'd forgotten almost everything about it.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but guys, if you have not seen Bend It Like Beckham, do go see it. Yeah, give it a good watch. But basically, we kind of the movie follows Jess, who is Punjabi, and her family. And she is really good at soccer or football, as they call it.
Which actually makes way more sense.
It does.
I'm sorry.
It does.
Okay, I'm sorry to all of North America, but football makes so much more fucking sense than the one that you don't really use your feet for.
It's so confusing.
Anyway.
Yeah, we should call it, but the dies have been cast.
Yeah, they
you know
have.
What I mean?
They have. I'm just sorry. I needed to interject.
No. That's
like,
fine. We were going to get to that
crazy.
eventually. Yeah. So anyway, she's like good at soccer, but like not really allowed to do it or anything. So she's just like playing with like her guy friends out in the park or whatever. And Jules, played by Keira Knightley, is like, "Oh, you're good." And you should try out for basically this, I'm not quite sure what level it's at, but like kind of a professional women's team in their city. Like better than a rec league, but not pro. I don't know.
It's like they're recruiting people. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, high level. Anyway,
it also kind of felt like they were figuring it out also.
True.
Because they were like, you know, there's not a lot of women's teams. We're still kind of figuring this thing out. Makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway, so Jess goes and tries out and meets the coach, Joe, who's like a very attractive, I suppose, Irish man. And her family is like, you're not allowed to play football. It's, you know, it's against our culture or whatever. So they're like, you can't do it anymore. Jess's sister is getting married. And at various points, basically, she lies and sneaks out and plays anyway and is very, very good. And at one point, she says that she has a job and she doesn't. She says she's staying over at somebody's place for the weekend, like with a cousin, and goes to Germany, gets drunk, and tries to kiss the coach.
Hey.
Jules gets all mad because she has a crush on him. And basically it ends up that the in-laws call the wedding off for her sister because they thought that they saw her kissing Jules at a bus stop and thought it was a boy because she's got a short haircut, and
which comes up again
later. And turns out they reschedule the wedding, they bury the hatchet, and turns out it's the day of the big soccer tournament where the scout is going to come scouting them for like colleges in the US, and it's the same day as the wedding, so she can't go, and her dad's like, go.
Hit it.
Go. And
I hate seeing you sad.
Go do it. And she goes and they win the game, and her and Jules both get drafted to go to University of Santa Cruz, I think it is, or one of the, well, I don't know, it doesn't matter, because they're going to California, and her and Joe kiss, and the family like kind of accepts her for who she is and roll creds, right?
Yeah.
Did I miss anything crazy?
No, we'll get into it.
Lots of soccer.
We'll get into it. Yes,
Yeah.
lots of soccer, girl power. You know, lie in your pants. Classics. Classic themes.
Oh, I should say Jules' mom thinks she's a lesbian because she overhears conversations wrong, basically.
Yes. And also because she is wild. Jules' mother is wild. Like, the first scene she's in is nuts.
Yeah.
It is nuts. But before we get into that, who do we think the villains are?
So I think largely it's Jess's parents.
And Jules' mother.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's a very parent-heavy villain in this.
Yeah. Pardon me. Yes, it is. And I like that I wouldn't say it almost feels like there's no like true villains. I mean, the villain might be, you know, certain, you know, cultures imposing upon your life.
Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah, for the most part, it's her parents' pushback over the course of the movie that would be seen as the most villainous act, even though, you know, they come around and it's a really nice story. And I really like how it goes back and forth and you get their motivations. Everybody seems pretty reasonable except for Jules' mother. I do not like her.
No? Okay.
I struggle with her mostly because that first scene.
Okay, let's start with Jules' mother then.
Let's start with her. Okay, and I know, and she does have, they've written her, I think, very well.
They have, yes.
Because I know this woman. Do you know what I mean? I know her. I've met her. She's been around. She's a type of person.
Yes.
Where, you know, the intentions are good and but it's just so wrong at certain points. So we start with, and it's not, I would say, super inappropriate because they're going to university. Like, they are a bit older. They're like 18, 19, probably. Sure. And her mom's, they're bra shopping. And she's just so upset that, you know, her daughter doesn't want to wear like these water bras, these pump up bras. First of all, why? Why? False advertising. If I look like Keira, I'm not wearing a bra, period. Okay? I'm not wearing a bra at all. I don't need to.
Yeah.
I just don't, okay? I wouldn't be wearing one point if I looked like that woman. I'll say that for free. Let her wear her sports bras. What is happening? At what point, as a woman that has worn bras for most of her life, 3/4 of her life, this woman, okay, let's say she's been wearing bras for, let's say, 30 years, 40 years maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate as to how old that woman is. You've been wearing bras for that long and have not been like, you know, maybe comfort is more important. Mm-hmm. I got to tell you, Craig, and I know you know this, okay, because you live with a woman, all right? Once I'm through the door, the bra is off. Okay, it's off. It's the worst. I hate, you know what I mean? It's not comfortable most of the time.
Yeah.
Why? Why wouldn't it? I would look at my daughter and be like, fuck yeah, put the sports bra on. That's awesome.
And also, it's got to be said, Keira Knightley goes most of the movie just wearing the sports bra. Yeah. Like every soccer shot, she's got her jersey off and is wearing the sports bra. Like it's
and she's great.
Yeah.
She's great. Okay, there's no reason.
No, the other thing with the mother that I found so funny was she's like, well, you know, if you keep playing sports, you're gonna get all muscly, and no guy wants to date a girl whose muscles are bigger than theirs. And I was like, you were talking about 2005 Keira Knightley.
Crazy sentence. Like crazy sentence. To speak in her general direction.
She's crazy fit in this.
Yes,
but like built like a rod. My God, like she looks
like a supermodel.
Yeah,
okay, she literally looks like a supermodel. And also, who cares? Oh man, I'd be like, get muscly so you can beat those fuckers up.
Yeah.
Okay, why? It's such an interesting viewpoint, because I like that that her mother, like Jules's mother, and Jess's parents are very much on the same track. And I found that so interesting because it's just two different versions of the same thing.
Right.
Of you need to hook up with somebody, you need to be with somebody. I'm like, these girls are 18. Give it a second.
You've got it's traditional gender roles, like just viewed from like two different things, right?
Yes.
Where it's like Jess's mom is like, no, you're gonna like learn to cook the full dinner. You know, you're gonna do this. The women, you go to school, you're gonna get this. You don't show skin, like da, da, da. And then on the other hand, Jules is like. Mother is like, no, you've got to be feminine in all the right ways. You know, you've got to have big boobs. You've got to dress in like dresses and like, you want to date and attract boys because that's how you get like, I guess like social currency is how she sees it.
Yes. Whereas I find Jess's parents so much more palatable because all their motivations are from fear.
Yeah.
All their motivation is fear and trying to protect her. Whereas I feel like Jules is really more worried, Jules's mother is really more worried about herself and how she's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And like, here's where I'm going to step in and defend Jules's
No, do it.
mother.
No, we have to. We have to. That's the podcast, baby.
It's on the list.
It's on the list.
No, which is like, she is also a victim of that type of thinking, right? Like of like, this is what a woman is, this is how a woman has to act. And there's this scene where she comes up the stairs and is like, Jess and Jules are talking, and they're talking about how Jess almost like kissed the coach or whatever, and Jules had a crush on her. But she misinterprets that as like, oh, you're a lesbian, right?
Yes.
And her reaction to her and we see her talk to her husband. We don't see her talk to Jess about it or Jules. Is like she very quickly comes to, I don't want things to be hard for her, and is also like, it's not like, oh, that's wrong or bad. She's like Jess broke that Jules's heart. The poor girl broke her heart, which is a very empathetic way of viewing that situation.
But then she immediately outs them in front of her entire family.
Yeah, that one's
that's
a little
wild.
That is wild.
That's maybe if you really need to get it done. Okay, that's a private conveation. Although it was very funny that she was wearing her shoes.
Yes,
get those shoes off your lesbian feet. Yes,
but
I don't think she's genuinely homophobic. I just think she's worked up. She's in a moment. Okay.
Yeah.
I think she would be actually fine if Jules was gay.
I think so too.
I think she would I think she would get to that conclusion, but I just think I hate the bras. I hate the her, and even though it is well intentioned, and I do see, but some people's parents in her, but her whole like, well, that Jess can't be your actual name. All that kind of like a little.
Yeah.
I
made a wonderful curry last night.
Yes.
Yes. Not great. But again, I'm not. You shouldn't be like that. But okay, I'm going to be very careful about this. There are. There's degrees of racism. So it is saying to someone like, oh, what's your full Indian name? Oh, it's Jess Minder. And seeing a Southeast Asian person be like, oh, I made a beautiful curry last night. That's like weird and racist, but it's not like hateful.
Oh, no, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? So
No. She's a well-intentioned woman.
And that's the thing I'd hang my hat on, both with her and like thinking that Jules is gay, is like she's a well-intentioned woman. She just doesn't know how. And that's the other defense, is like a lot of what she's doing is trying to connect with her daughter.
Yes.
And
she does come around where, she's learning the plays.
Very quickly,
positions.
Actually. And is very honest with Jules, where she's like, I realized I have to come to you.
Because I don't want you to be pushed away. I don't want you to leave me.
Yeah.
I want to be in your life.
Yeah, which is so nice and so, and she came to that realization on her own.
Yes.
Right? She didn't have to be goaded by her husband. She didn't have to like
No.
be
There's
lectured.
a lot of parallels between the two families.
Yeah. She's like, oh, I need to meet you where you are. And in defense of the bra thing.
Oh, you.
Okay.
All right. Let's see where this goes, everyone. Let's see where we arrive.
Well, okay. Rebecca's already steaming.
Let's see where we go. Tell me,
her mother,
person that's never worn one.
No,
no, I'm dogging
her
you
mother.
now.
Yeah,
I'm dogging you.
Her mother says it's not about how it looks; it's about how it makes you feel. So even in that moment, you're like, yeah, is a water bra or like a pump up bra, frilly lace, is it ridiculous? Is it not her style? Absolutely. But she's trying to tell her young daughter, like, it's okay to feel sexy. It's okay to feel good about yourself.
Yeah, but you
It's
could do
okay-
that without a pump up bra.
And also, it's Keira Knightley in 2005.
Fucking Keira Knightley, god damn it. I would maybe buy it if you were saying it to somebody else. I'm just saying.
Fair enough.
Let her do her thing.
Yeah.
Let her cook. Okay, let her cook. Okay. Let us move over to Jess's parents. Okay, because the more it went on, the more sympathy I had for them. Because they're not even living in a fantasy land. Everything they said that would happen does happen. Okay. Everything that they said would happen does happen.
It is
okay?
the literal definition of the villain was right.
Yes.
Like they were correct.
They were
in
correct.
guessing what the future would hold. Yes.
So, like number one, and I think this was such a great backstory for the father. His backstory being, you know, I used to play cricket and I loved it. And then those boys kicked me out. They were racist to me. I was demoralized. I was humiliated. And I don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to feel that.
I quit so I wouldn't feel that way.
So I wouldn't feel that way anymore. Valid. Okay. She plays what? I think it's the second game she plays. Somebody's being directly racist to her, like pushing her around, ripping her jersey. Okay. Like doing some really fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So I understand him wanting to step in the middle of that and go, I don't want you to have this experience.
Exactly. And he even says, he's like, they won't even let the men of like Southeast Asian men on their teams.
How bad is it going to be for you?
A woman. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so let's start there. Okay, great. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't try. I'm just saying
No.
I get what he's talking about. Okay, I understand this man's motivations, okay, to try and protect his daughter. Oh, the villains want their daughter to be a lawyer? Oh no! Okay, like what the fuck are we even talking about right now?
Yeah.
Of course they want her to be a lawyer. What parent doesn't want their kid to be a lawyer?
She's smart enough to do it.
Yes. Okay. She's a smart woman. Okay. She got all. Well, I had to look up what BLLB. I was like, I don't even know what they're talking about right now.
Brazilian
Butt lip?
Buff lip?
I was like, what is that? Anyway, she gets all her grades. She's doing well. She's
What does it mean, by the way?
Oh no, I couldn't even. I had to look up like solicitor and then
Oh, it just gets complicated.
Yeah. It's
okay.
just like it's their marks, and she got in, and she's
Okay.
good. Okay, like that's all that
She
matters.
got a 1700 on the SAT.
No, she's
I
good.
don't
She's
even know if
good.
that-
Okay,
that's possible.
she's good. She got it. She passed all her shit. Okay. And she can kind of, anyway. So yeah, boo-hoo, your parents want you to be a lawyer, okay? And it's not, because they could have pushed this even farther, okay? They could have pushed it where, okay, if we're really talking about gender roles, they could have pushed it to a point where it's like, oh no, we don't want you to go to school. We don't want you to have a job. We want you to have babies, okay? We want you to get married, have babies.
Yeah.
Okay, all that
Arranged
kind of
marriage,
stuff.
they say, is on the table.
Yep.
Like, not for her, but like within the culture for sure.
Yes. Okay. So they want her to have a job. They want her to be successful. Okay. They even when she gets her pretend job, they're pumped for that. That's great. We don't want you to lie to us. Even when it comes down to, okay, and here's my argument for this. I know that, and I think there would have been maybe a better contrast if they had maybe a son and they were letting him do whatever he wanted and, oh, you're a woman, you have to stay home. There was none of that, okay?
No.
They were like, no, I want you to be able to cook a full Indian dinner, okay? And I gotta tell you, buddy, I think everyone should know how to cook. I think everyone should know how to cook. I think every parent should teach their child how to cook.
Yeah.
Because when you get out here in these streets, some of these people are, they can't make fucking toast.
Yeah.
People can't make toast, okay?
I agree 100% with you.
Yeah.
If, that is one of those things where you would look back on it with huge regret. I get that you don't want to spend time with your mother as a teenager and learn how to cook or whatever. I get that. But when you're in your 40s, your 50s, whatever, and you look back and you go, man, I really wish I learned how to make mom's insert whatever.
Yes, all the family recipes.
And let me tell you, Indian food is so good.
Oh, buddy, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The best British food is Indian.
Yes.
That is factual. Anytime I go to England, I'm like, oh, this stuff is fucking off the charts.
There was some scene, I think it was her sister's engagement party or something, where they had all the food laid out, and Kat and I were just on the couch being like,
I'm so hungry.
My God.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, so good. Yes. Learn how to cook.
Yes.
And a mother that wants, she's like, you're learning the full meal, vegetarian and meat. Oh.
Yeah. Invaluable. Okay. It is just, you need these things. And I just think that's something, especially before you go off to university. I knew people in university that didn't know how to do a fucking load of laundry.
Yeah.
How? What? What's going on here? I gotta tell you, if you're Jess's roommate, you're happy as fuck. You're pleased as
I don't know
punch.
how to make toast, and you're here whipping up aloo gobi. I am hungry.
Yeah, okay. You can tell when we start getting. You can tell when we're getting hungry because we get way too into the food. But
no,
yes,
and they're so mean to their mother about this.
Yeah.
So one of the first scenes, they're like, stop watching football. Your sister's, I guess it was her engagement party. I thought it was her actual wedding at first, but it was her engagement party, is tomorrow, and she needs help with stuff. Go with your sister. Stop watching sports and go with your sister and do family stuff. And first of all, valid. Second of all, and they're like, and she's like, oh, and pick me up, I think, carrots or whatever. And they're like, you're not doing that too. They name some dish. And they're all embarrassed that their mother is cooking them what is going to be amazing food. Oh, how lame that my mom is cooking us samosas.
Again.
Oh, so embarrassing, mom. Home cooked. Oh, yeah.
So then another point that they have is you can't be running around doing whatever you want. Other families will judge us.
Yeah.
You're going to mess this up for your sister. And I, in that moment, genuinely thought that was an exaggeration. And then 3 scenes later, it's happening. And I'm like, oh, sorry. Oh, shit. Okay, no, you were right again. Okay. Basically, what her parents are saying is, keep it together until she's married. Let's get a ring on it. Let's get this firmed up. And then you run. Okay.
And then you can do
it. Do it, lady.
Yeah. And that's a great point, because the parents largely aren't they're not super strict. They catch Jess lying to them multiple times.
And I can't remember what I think her punishment was that she had to wash a bunch of dishes or something. And I thought, what a normal family dynamic happening here.
Yes.
We caught you lying. Here is a very reasonable punishment.
You were caught lying about having a job, which means that every time that you said that you were going to the job, you were going somewhere else. And we caught you on that. And then like, that to me is a grounding. That's like, you're not doing anything.
Oh, yeah.
We're making sure you don't do anything. And then like 2 scenes later, she's like, I'm sick. I can't go to temple. And then runs off again to do it. I was like, they're not putting her under house arrest.
No. Although, who amongst us hasn't lied to our parents?
Oh, well, I've said this before. That's actually a key. That's a indicator of how well you'll succeed in life.
What?
Yeah, your ability to lie is...
oh, no, I'm never going to succeed. I'm a terrible liar. I'm a terrible liar, Craig.
But it stems from, like, understanding how the world works. I think it's probably at a younger age.
Oh,
like,
okay.
actually
I was much better at it when I was younger, and now my face can't lie.
Well, that's guilt. That's guilt.
If I see you and I don't like you, you know I don't like you.
I know.
You know, and it makes me feel so bad, because some people, I'm like, oh, no, it's your general vibe, and there's nothing you could really do about it. It's not like I have some sort of huge problem with them, but they can tell when somebody says something fucked, they know I think they're fucked, even if I try and walk it back. I've been caught so many times. Oh, yeah. It's always out there. What are you going to do?
And I got to say, if my sister... If something that my sister did screwed up my engagement, right? Like if my in-laws called off my engagement because of something that my sister did, that's a very complicated way to say it. But like, I'd be so pissed at the in-laws. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes.
I'm like, these are people that have got to be in my life the whole time, and they're calling off my marriage to a guy that I love because they thought they saw my sister kissing a boy. I'd be so mad.
I'd be like, mad weird.
And they're like, well...
To me, I can't wrap my head around that. Yes, absolutely. Although I did love the turnaround on it, where both families were just like, no, they've stopped eating, they've locked themselves away in the rooms. I just thought that was really sweet.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, they love each other so much. That's so beautiful.
Yeah. And again, her mother is like, do you not think that we knew that Pinky was sneaking out to hook up with that guy?
Yeah, but they were getting married.
They were getting married, so it didn't matter, right? So it's like, oh, you're aware of as parents that your like daughters are doing these things, and you're really more concerned with how your culture and like your community is gonna like perceive it rather than the acts themselves. Like, they're like, we let you play as much soccer, football as you wanted when you were a kid. Like, go, who cares? But now that boys are picking you up and throwing them over your shoulder, and like, it's like, well, maybe this isn't the fun thing that we thought it was before.
Totally. But I get it. Okay, I will say, if I was to pick out one part of this movie, once again, that I did not care for, is I just don't get... I was so happy when they had the scene where Jess rejects Joe. Where she goes, oh, you know what? Like, I'm leaving. This isn't going to work out. Like, I just convinced my parents to let me leave the country. I can't also get you too. And then he shows up at the air. And I thought, oh, great ending. Okay, like, honestly, I loved that she was like, you know what? I'm leaving. Okay, fuck you. I'm leaving. I thought, yes, get it, girl. And then we get to the airport and he goes, I think we can handle the distance. That's a turkey dump if I've ever seen one.
Oh, yeah.
Immediately a turkey dump. Okay. Oh, I'm back at Christmas. What are we even talking about right now? What are we even saying?
You are an 18-year-old flying around the world.
Yes.
Halfway around the world to become a touring soccer player
slash lawyer.
Because she's doing law. And
those women aren't getting paid enough.
No.
Absolutely not. Where I was like, you need to fall. You need the lawyer. You need something to fall back on here, girl.
Yeah, I'm doing it with my best friend.
Oh, you don't think they're getting up to some hijinks?
Oh,
some shenanigans?
We know Jess is going to be up to some hijinks. Look at Germany. That's the other thing her parents got right.
Yes. Yeah.
You are a presumably underage.
No, Europe.
Oh,
They're in Europe. They're fine. They're fine.
But leaves the country without her parents' knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. Goes to Germany. Does get all dolled up to go out. Gets drunk.
Too drunk.
And tries to kiss a boy. Mm-hmm. Like, they kind of were like, we're worried that her coach, which
her
is
best friend has a crush on.
Woo!
Oh, that scene made me so mad. Oh, it made me so mad. Number one, because again,
she knew.
You know your friend has a crush on this man. Secondarily,
Even if she hadn't said it,
Yeah.
she should have known. You've got pictures of him in your room.
Yeah. That's not the move. Okay. Secondarily, and this is just, being young or whatever. You know who you should be the most mad at, Jules? That coach. Okay, that's against the rules. And your friend was super hammered. And he was fine. You know what I mean? I was like, that was really it kind of felt like her first real hurrah. Okay, she's super drunk. She's like, oh, this is a man in my life that I like and I trust. And then, and you didn't think to shut that down immediately? Shut it down better.
Yeah, Joe should have.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay, been very clear. That's inappropriate. And he just goes for it. And I think nay.
Yeah, and I would have liked that too if they had not gotten together at the end.
I would have loved Jess can do better.
Yep.
I think she can do so much better.
Yep.
This woman is a talented soccer player, going to be lawyer, can cook. Okay, can cook. You know what I mean?
Good looking girl.
Oh yeah, she is great looking. Okay, I'm telling you, this woman's the full package.
Yeah, he's
raw. There's no way.
There's no way they're making that work. No way they're
making it. Okay, don't do this. Do not do this. It was my only criticism of this movie. I loved everything else.
It's a maturity thing where you go like, oh, right, I have priorities in my life. And my priority is this thing that I fought really, really hard for.
Yes.
As to do and push boundaries with, right?
Yes. I will say I loved the sister. I think every one of her crash outs was valid. Genuinely, I think every one of her crash outs were valid. And I know that there was a bit of, there was this tone to her, I think the movie was trying to get across, where, she's a girly girl and they're opposites. And I go, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I think it's fine to be a girly girl. I think it's fine to be whatever type of woman you would like to be. If you're really into shoes or you really care that your friend got certain contacts and now you can't have the same ones, or, she's wearing pink so you can't wear pink and you're wrapped up in that, I think that's fine, especially for your wedding.
Oh, yeah.
It's all in the details, Craig.
Why are you saying this to me?
Why? I don't know, Craig.
Oh, because I haven't given you the detail
of your own wedding.
Yeah.
You're like, we'll get to it. I'm like, excuse me. How much do you need to know anyway? I'm like, I don't know. How good do you want it?
I'm sorry, Rebecca.
You're stressing me out.
I guess I'm just used to you doing things last minute.
I know, but this one stresses me out in particular for some reason. It's not like it's a big day or anything.
No, and speaking of weddings, though, the wedding in this looks like it was so much fun.
Oh, I want to go to an Indian wedding so bad. So bad. It's on my bucket list now. It's on the bucket. Okay, that looked like a fucking jam.
They were going. I also love the little subplot of like there's like a guy and a girl making out in the bathroom and the mother's looking for Jess.
Yes.
And then like the next scene, those two are like fighting with the
cameraman. Yes.
Over the thing, and you're like,
wrestling the camera.
What a fun little mini arc in there. Yeah.
I thought this movie did a really good job of setting everything up like quickly and having these little scenes without too much explanation. This movie, even though it was just about soccer, it really moved.
It does, yeah.
Well, I guess it's not just about soccer; it's about family dynamics and being accepted and culture and what have you. But it moved great. You got all the characters immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
You knew who everybody's role was. You knew what was going on. Even the friend being like, hey, just so you know, I'm gay, which I really liked that they added in a character like that, because there was so much talk of, like LGBTQ community. And I was like, okay, somebody needs to do something here.
Yeah,
we need a little something.
We're presenting you being lesbians as a bad thing. And that's not that's like the dynamic of like that family.
Yes.
But gay people do exist in this culture.
And they're present.
Yeah.
Totally. And I love that because at the end, she could have taken the easy way out. She could have been like, yes, okay, I'm going to get married to my best friend who's secretly gay. And then I can just kind of live out my life however I want. And she thought, you know what? I need this connection with my family. I need to be able to be honest with you. I need these things, or we're never going to feel like a family, really.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was a great turnaround. I really liked it. I liked it as a plot point. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
But I couldn't, and as much as the first couple scenes of this movie, I thought, oh, this is really going to be difficult to defend. Do you know what I mean? Where I go, oh, no. And then we got more and more into the movie. I was like, no, I get it. I get it.
They're just looking out for you.
I absolutely get it. They're moving through fear. And that makes sense. Okay? Yep. It totally makes sense. They even had smaller plot points where, she had this scar. She has this scar on her leg from beans and toast, which really is the most British thing on the planet.
Which was put in for the actress. So she has the scar on her leg.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, was actually worried that she wouldn't get this role because she had a scar on her leg. Like, they don't want to. And then they just wrote that in as like a explanation of of this.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
they should do that more often.
Right? Yeah.
Just write it in. Don't try to say
it's part of her life, and she's moved on from it.
Interesting. Very interesting. I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. But it's all about, being okay with who you are and stuff like that. This is going to be a controversial take.
Ooh, okay.
But I am going to also put up her dad as a villain.
Whose dad?
Jess's.
Well, yeah, that's why the family.
Yeah. But to his mother.
To his mother?
To Jess's mother.
Oh!
Because, yeah, sorry.
Whoa, okay.
Sorry, because her mother, Jess's mother, is like going through this thing. Is like, no, this is what you have to do. She's laying down the law.
Yeah.
Right. She's being like, this is how you need to act. This is how you need to do. You're staying in for this. And the father is the one who just goes behind the mother's back and lets Jess do whatever she wants. So like he's undercutting her almost constantly. Like they lay down a law, they're like, you're not playing soccer anymore. And then he ends up going to one of her games and is like, oh, you're really good though.
Here's my thing. I think that should be the dynamic of all parents.
Oh.
I'm going to defend him doing that. Because I do think you need firm parent and then you need fun parent. You need somebody, and not all the time, but things where it's like, oh, I think I can work on your mother. I think I can get her to come around to these things. Because we're not seeing these conversations.
No.
Okay. And I think he seemed like the type of dad that would be like, right before they're going to bed, they're like, oh, soccer's not that bad. She's pretty good. Just slow needling, slowly working on it. That was the vibe I was getting from him. I think most parents are like, and I agree with you that you guys should be on the same page and what have you. But sometimes when one parent is going too overboard, you need somebody to bridge the gap so you don't lose the child.
No, okay, and I get it from that standpoint, but the fact that the mother always has to play, the bad guy to her daughter, and the dad is always the one who's like, well, don't tell your mom, wink, wink, I'll let you do it. That hurts the relationship with the mother at that point, right? Where why were you always the strict and bad one? Why couldn't you just do this. Dad always let me do this. So dad's the fun one because he doesn't have to do the discipline.
Yeah, but I find when you grow up, there's parts of it where you appreciate strict parent.
Yeah.
Where you go, oh, that makes sense. Maybe when I was 16, I shouldn't have dated a 20-year-old. Maybe that shouldn't have been the thing I was doing, looking in the mirror saying this. Okay. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think it's good because you go, oh, okay, I kind of understand where they were coming from a bit more. And if you have two strict parents, there's a chance you just never see that kid again. Where you do need somebody to go, okay, like let's say I'm going to give you like a softer example maybe, or maybe harder, depends on your viewpoint, but like let's say mom is firm no sugar in the house. Right. Firm no sugar. It'll kill your organs. It's it's an addiction. It's ruining our society. Firm. Okay, and then every once in a while dad brings you out for an ice cream. He goes, you know what I mean? Where you go, okay, like your mom's like really overboard on this. Okay, she's really like, she has a point and we can see that point, but there's a time and a place, and maybe we're a little too firm on that in that place.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe we could have a candy every once in a while. Maybe we could have a cookie every once in a while.
And I see your point on that. I'm just going to argue that it can't be the same parent every time. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be, with your mom, you need to be able to get away with certain things that you can't get away with your dad. Mm-hmm. And with your dad, you need to be able to get away with certain things that you can't get away with your mom, right? I think you're right. Like, the give and take is there, but one parent can't be the bad, strict parent.
I just like the dad so much.
Yes, that's what I mean. It's very...
I just thought he was like a really great character, and I really liked him, and I found him really charming.
And I'm not really making this argument.
I think what I'm trying to say is that I see your point. I'm just blinded by the charm.
Yeah,
okay?
when he's like, that scene where he's like, listen, this is your sister's wedding, and you look so miserable in every single... Go to your game and come back smiling.
No, that's a great... when he said that, I was like, that's fire, dude. I love that.
Yeah. Also, there's like 300 people at this wedding. No one's going to miss you.
No one's going to notice. Because that was another point I was going to make. Because I was like, I understand the motivations and the build in the movie, but you can't miss your sister's wedding.
No.
You can't, like, you just can't. And I know there's a scout here, and I know it's a really big deal, but you just can't. I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain that any other way.
No, because there are certain things where you're like, oh, well, you need to be home at 5 p.m. every day for dinner with your family. And you're like, that's too strict. But, like, there's things that you do need to show up for family for. And your sister's wedding is one of them. Yeah. Especially, and I don't think it's her fault that the wedding was called off because of something that you did. Like,
no, that wasn't your fault.
That's not your fault. But because of that, I think you gotta just be like, all right.
I gotta eat it a bit.
I gotta eat it a little bit on this, even though what they said happening wasn't happening, and even if you did that, it shouldn't affect her wedding. But like, still,
Yeah. Also, how good of a soccer player are you that you missed half the game and they were still like, you're in, kid. Yeah. You're coming to America. Okay. I was also thinking, how trippy is it if you're Beckham? Like, this is such a interesting thing.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
Like for this movie to be made and Beckham exists in the world? Okay.
I just thought that was such an interesting thing where I'm like, you're not really in the movie, but you are, but you're not.
Yeah.
And it's titled after you. I'm like, what is that?
He shows up right at the end, like at a distance, walking in the airport kind of thing. I mean, clearly they had some involvement with it because like the title, like the credits start to roll and like one of the first thing is thank you to David and Victoria Beckham, like for your I guess okay with doing this movie.
Us using your name in the title as like a grab or something. I was just like, that's so interesting. It just felt like a little mind fuck for me.
Yeah, and like what would the movie be if they had said no? Like all the same dramatic beats are there. I guess you pick another footballer.
Yeah. I don't know, but and then you go, okay, who else would have that kind of impact? I don't know, because I have no knowledge. I got to be honest with you, team. Soccer is one of the most boring sports in the world for me, and I'm so sorry. Like, I'm just so sorry if you love it. Every man I've ever dated loves watching it, and I can't watch something where you watch 90 minutes of a game and something happens 3 times. I can't have it. I won't have it. I need my attention span will not allow me to watch it.
That's fair.
I feel so bad because it is absolutely, in my mind, without question, the number 1 sport in the world.
Yeah.
It is. It's not even close. I love when my favorite thing is there's a lot of North Americans that will argue where it's like, okay, what's the biggest sporting event in the world? And they'll always say the Super Bowl, and I'm like, you
close.
couldn't even be. You are so far off. It's stupid. Like,
it's the World Cup, right?
Absolutely. Are you kidding me? I mean, fuck. Also, I just think, and this is another reason why I feel bad that I don't love it, because I think soccer is just one of the most accessible sports in the world.
Crazy accessible.
All you need is a ball.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Like, hockey's so exclusive because you need all this gear.
Hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars of
You
equipment.
need certain conditions. Okay, you need to be at a rink. You need to be in an arena. You need padding. You need helmets. You need skates. You know what I mean?
I mean, if you want to do it safely.
I mean, I guess. But like, you need you need all this specialized equipment, and then even when you have your equipment, you still need to get it maintained. Whereas you don't even technically need a net to play soccer. You need 2 garbage cans. Okay?
Yeah. 2 rocks, just anything. Yeah.
It's the most accessible sport in the world, and I wish I loved it more, but I can't. I'm trying so hard, and I just can't.
It's too accessible for Rebecca. That's the problem. She's like, let's throw a little barrier to entry here. Come on.
Oh, it's for anybody. Such a dick.
That's why you love polo.
Oh, yuck. Oh my God. No, that's too far the other way.
You need a horse.
I love basketball. Basketball's the sport I like to watch.
Basketball is similarly accessible, I feel.
Less for sure, but definitely a lot more accessible than hockey and what have you. No, I'm a basketball girly. That is a high-scoring sport.
You know what I don't like about soccer, or I don't understand about soccer, is how someone can run and kick without looking at what they're kicking.
Oh, that's like
that's just me. But
it's learning. It's just like it's like reading comprehension. You know what I mean? Like how do you read things? It's like when I in the last couple months I just started training in kickboxing again.
Yeah.
And for the first couple lessons, I cannot tell where you're going to kick me and when. Because you can't look at people's legs. I need to look at your head. I can't. So it's got to be this like peripheral kind of reading of body language, and then you just slowly start getting it again.
I can tell when is the key part there. That is not a skill I have. Is the ability to learn physical skills quickly.
Oh no, but it's a slow grind. It's fine.
You either got to look down to see what you're kicking, or look up to see where you're running. How am I in grade 6 gym class gonna know how to do that? Somehow everyone else does.
Oh yeah.
Somehow everyone else does.
Well, it's your long body, Craig.
It's
your long body and your little legs.
I took up skipping, like jump rope, for like exercise, and my God, I was so I was so uncoordinated even with that. And that's the simplest thing. Like, I got tied up on, I was like, when do I jump?
When do I jump? But again, a skill you just like slowly
You got
learn.
it, but I was just like, my God. I've told you this about the time we learned lacrosse in gym class.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so like all through like school, I was always so bad at sports, right? And then everyone's really good at basketball. Everyone's really good at soccer. Everyone's really good at, all these other sports that we'd play. And then, we got to high school, and I was always so terrible at them. And then we're doing lacrosse, and no one had played lacrosse before. So I was like, oh, great. And we started out and I was like, oh, I'm just as bad as everybody else. This is so refreshing and nice. Like maybe I could actually be good at this.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, like over the 2 weeks that we were studying that in class, everyone else got so much better, so much quicker. And I was like just as bad as I always
so
was.
Funny.
And I was just like, oh, this is a skill. This is a learning thing. This is like a physical learning disability.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You know?
It's good Lord.
Your body won't do what you think it should.
That's so interesting.
We won't internalize these
No,
motions.
it's okay. You're a little slower than everybody else. That's fine. You'll get there.
Actually slower.
Yeah, you'll get there, buddy.
Physically slower.
Yeah. Do you have any other points to make before we dismount here?
I think good movie. I think Jules was right for being pissed.
Oh, absolutely. That was wild. It's against the rules. She put herself off the whole time and then had to watch her teammate kiss him. And you're like, wow, that's a huge bummer.
Yeah.
It's definitely a bummer. But also, you could tell she cared about soccer so much more than anything else. Because I guarantee you, like, getting on that flight, she doesn't give a fuck about that man.
No.
She does not give a fuck about that man. Oh, absolutely. Okay, she's gonna go to America and ruin those men. Okay, ruin their lives.
With her cardio?
No, ruin them.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
Anyway.
Going for days.
So here we go. It's time to rank that villain. I didn't even write a scale this week. I'm giving all the villains in this movie a yellow card.
Oh, love
Little
it.
warning, okay? You're not kicked out of the game. You're good. You know what I mean? A couple of faults here, a couple of wrongdoings. I'm just giving them a yellow card.
That's so fitting. That's great. I love that as well. I did the I have the bent scale.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Yep. Love it.
So on a scale from a Cheeto, little curve on there, to a boomerang.
Okay.
Definitely bent. I'm going to give the mother, Miss Bamra, a paperclip.
Yep.
You know, definitely bent, but doing the best she can to just hold that family together.
That's great.
That's right.
Love it. And team, before we get to our heroes and villains of the week, as always, there's a couple ways you can help out the podcast. If you would like to follow us, you can follow us at Villain Was Right on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can email us. This was a audience suggestion. Okay, this was somebody emailed us this suggestion. So if you would like to have your voice heard, please email us at villainwasright@gmail.com. And if you got a couple bucks,
you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/thevillainwasright. You give us money monthly and you get great rewards for it. That's how it works. At $7 a month, you get 2 bonus episodes every month. I pick one, then Rebecca picks a terrible movie.
a delight.
A B movie. Let's put
a delight.
A C to D movie sometimes.
Dare you.
This month, or coming up in September, my pick is actually not another teen movie because
that's a great movie, Craig.
Because we just did Can't Hardly Wait, and we were like, you know what, we'll keep this going. So if you're interested in that, head on over to patreon.com/thevillainwasright. We also have ad-free tiers, early releases, and you get to vote in our audience choice episodes. So thank you everyone who already supports us on there, and thank you for everyone who has reached out to us about movies. And now it is time for our heroes and villains of the week. What do you got?
I have a villain, dude. A big villain. I watched something crazy happen the other day. So like I said, I've been taking kickboxing. Anyway, and I was walking back from the gym. It's super close to my house. Very much in our neighborhood. Okay. Anyway, so I'm walking and there was this woman on a scooter and this guy on a bike. So we have all these bike lanes, right?
Yeah.
That Doug Ford is desperately trying to rip up. Anyway, so fucking this woman on this scooter, electric scooter, just motoring along, whatever. And this guy on a bike literally like basically runs her over. Like she full on flies off of and he's going the wrong way. Okay, he cuts through the intersection. Okay, like through the you know what I mean, the crosswalk there where they're like, and I hate when bikes and scooters and all those guys do that, where it's like, I don't mind if you go through the crosswalk, but like, you know, go really slow or get off your vehicle. Okay, so he cuts through, launches this woman. This woman's on the ground. It's a big scene, and he doesn't stop. He just keeps riding. So now there's like 20 of us surrounding this woman. She's losing her mind. It was so crazy. A few other guys from the class yell over at me. They're like, that was fucked. I was like, that was so crazy to watch. Anyway, that guy's absolutely my villain of the week.
He like T-boned her? Like coming across the crosswalk?
Coming across and then just kept going on the sidewalk also.
Oh my God.
Like just booking it through the side. I was like, holy fuck, dude. No heart on you at all. No heart. You fucked up. You didn't even have the human decency to stop.
Was she okay?
I didn't, like, there were so many people that I didn't stick around for a super long time because I was like, okay, like, this is becoming overwhelming now.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know how, like, when that stuff happens, there's always, like, a lead bystander, like a guy that's like, I'm in charge of this now. So that guy had that handled. There was a few more people with her. I was like, okay.
Ambulances being called if need be.
Yeah. I was just like, okay, she seemed like, like, I just think, like, she wasn't super injured or anything. She just seemed fucking rattled, which I totally get. Okay, she was just rattled. Like, it was just a scene. I could not believe it. And that's like the third time something's happened there, where there was another video I had seen on the news, like I would say in the last month or two, where I was looking at this video of this guy that just like purposefully pushed a cart into the bike lane and just railed some guy on his bike. This guy, like, absolutely, like, of course, you know, is fucked up. And I'm watching that on the news and I go, that's right outside my house. It was right in front of the market I always shop at. I was like, holy fuck, dude. So there's just like shit going down on the Danforth. So this is just a warning for anybody motoring along on the Danforth and the bike lanes. Like, stay frosty out there.
Watch yourself,
Yeah. Stay frosty in these streets. It was wild.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you got for us, Craig? Maybe something a little sunnier?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. I got a hero this week. My friend Ray, who... I got to meet up with. He moved to Japan like 12, 15 years ago, and he was back in town. And so like we went out on Friday and we had a drink and caught up, and it was amazing. It was, you know, like one of those friends where you're like, oh, we picked up right where we left off. That's great. And so that's hero enough. But also, I learned something about him, which was I have always been telling people that my friend Ray had always had it figured out. You know what I mean? Like, he studied Japanese and business in university, and he graduated and he went to teach English there in Japan and came back and worked for the Japanese consulate and then went back to Japan and married a girl and had a kid, and like now he lives there, right? Full time. And I was like, oh, that's a guy who had like a direction in his life and knew what he was doing. And that's the story I've told everybody. And I'm talking to my friend Ray, and I mentioned that to him, and he goes, what? No.
No. Immediate no.
No, he's like, no, everything was pure chaos. Everything was, he's like, I took Japanese in university because for the double major I wanted to take, you need to do business and another and a language. Like, that was so he's like, so I picked Japanese, and then when I graduated I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, so I went and taught English in Japan. And then I met a girl there, but I was leaving because like my visa was done, so I came back, didn't know what I was doing, so got a job at the Japanese consulate. And he's like, and then that girl got a visa to come here, so we're like, oh, I guess we'll see if this works out. And then he moved back for her, got married, and like happened to get a job in her town, got married. He's like, I had no idea what I was doing the entire time.
Floating in the wind,
and
buddy.
I was just like, oh, I had attributed so much intent to your life. He was just laughing. He's like, none of it was planned. None of it, like,
I like
it was
this
just,
guy. He sounds like much more successful me. I'm like, I'm just floating out here, man. I'm not really making decisions. It's just happening. Okay, everything's just happening to me.
But turns out the example I had of somebody who knows exactly what they want and is pursuing it their entire life, complete fabrication. He's out here just like us, making it up as we go along.
Yeah.
So that's my hero of the week. Because no one has it figured out, everybody. That's the moral of the story. Nobody has it figured out.
Absolutely. Anyway, that does it for us, team. As always, you can follow me at Rebecca Reads on any platform of your choosing.
And you can follow me at Craig Fay Comedy on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, craigfay.com for show dates.
And next week, we are going to be covering K-pop Demon Hunters, which was actually really good. Anyway, so until next week, this is The Villain Was Right, reminding you to follow your dreams.
The Villain Was Right was produced by Andrew Ivimey for the From Superheroes Network. For more great podcasts like this, as well as YouTube series, webcomics, and so much more, visit FromSuperheroes.com.